Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming to our recital tonight. We're really excited that you're here. Just a few announcements before we get started. First of all, if you can just take a second and put your phone and your Apple Watch on silent. During our rehearsal today, a phone went off and it was mine. So I double checked mine, but just take a second and do that. Feel free to take videos and take pictures, but we do record this and it'll be available on YouTube tomorrow. So a good recording with good audio will be there. If you do take videos and pictures, please don't get out of the aisle or come up on stage or get close to the kids. It's just a distraction for them. We want them to have a good, fun experience of performing for people that they haven't performed before. Bathrooms are located in that door in the back and then a door over there, so if you need to help yourself. There's also a crying mom's room if you have any babies that need to get their wiggles out. Crying mom's room, you know, because when babies are wiggling, it's mom who cries. No, crying baby's room. Yes, I think that's it. Okay, so tonight, we're going to start tonight off with a very unique piece of music. This class that's going to perform it is my master's class. I've had these students for 3 semesters, so 36 weeks, and I love them. They all hold a very special place in my heart. They're going to be graduating the Speak Music program tonight and moving into private lessons in the spring, which is very exciting. But this class is really fun. I let the kids have a say in what choir piece they want to do. And in this class, we studied Gershwin, who is a composer in the late 1800s and early 1900s, and he's called a bridge composer. So he was a classical composer, but he grew up in New York and studied jazz on the streets of New York. So he brought jazz music into classical music and bridged kind of 2 different people groups who weren't really mixing. So he was a really big deal in America. He's the father of Broadway, and he wrote this awesome song called I Got Rhythm that these kids fell in love with. Well, one of my students, Penelope, she drew a picture for me of a ballerina singing the song, and the lyrics of the song are, I've got music, I've got rhythm, I've got my man, but she changed the lyrics to, I've got music, I've got rhythm, and I've got my bugs. And in the picture that she drew, there were a bunch of bugs singing along with her. So that idea was loved by everyone in the class, and it morphed into this performance that they helped create tonight. So this is I've Got Rhythm by George Gershwin and Penny Green. And it's a Christmas take on it where a bunch of ballerinas are going to explain to you why they don't need Santa to come anymore.
Days can be sunny with never a sigh. Don't need what money can buy. Tinsel and holly, dress up the chimney. Don't need more presents this year. Chipper all the day, happy with my lawn. How did we get that way? Look at what we've got. I've got music, I've got rhythm, I've got my bugs who can ask for anything more. I've got bumblebees, I've got ladies, I've got my bugs who can ask for anything more. Oh, Kris Kringle, don't mind him, you won't find him got my bugs. Who could ask for anything more? I've got Daisy. I've got roses. I've got my bugs. Who could ask for anything more? Oh man, Santa, you won't find him. No more presents hanging under the tree. I've got old logs.
I've got boggy swamps.
We got our bugs. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more? I've got old trees. I've got aphids.
We've got dying leaves.
Who could ask for anything more? I've got sweet tea. I've got hard work.
We've got dying leaves.
Who could ask for anything more? So this Christmas, all that we need is our buggy friends that you see. We've got rhythm, we've got music, we've got our bugs. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more?
Awesome. All right, our first performer today is going to be from our primer class. This is the first level of Speak Music. Students in this class learn the C major scale, basic music theory, they ear train the C major scale, and they study 3 composers, and they compose a rondo. So most of what these students have learned in the last 12 weeks isn't something that they can show you, but they're each going to show you the tip of their musical iceberg tonight by performing a solo piece on bells and performing a composition that they wrote. In the first class, students learned to compose a rondo, which is a musical work that was popular during the classical period, which cycles through sections, an A section, a B section, a C section, then it does the B and the A again. So if you listen carefully, you're going to hear their melodies returning throughout their composition. First to perform for you today is Eustace, who is 10 years old. He will be playing Jingle Bells, and his rondo, written for piano, will be performed by me, because he wrote it for piano, and it's entitled Homework.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Steve, and it's my pleasure to help out tonight with the winter recital here on Speak Music Night. Our next performer is 6 years old. He's a very talented young man who has a lot of creative musical ideas. Please welcome to the stage Henry, performing Hot Cross Buns, and his rondo, Minuet in C. Coming up for you next is a young lady with a lovely smile. Olivia is going to be performing for you Are You Sleeping? And her rondo, right after Henry does his next song. All right, Henry. And now it's time for Olivia. Here we go with Are You Sleeping and her special rondo. Come on up. We are now going to hear from a couple of students who are in the master's class this fall, the third level of special music. These students started learning piano this semester as they moved into advanced theory and needed more octaves than the bells allowed. Miss Danica was amazed at how quickly they were able to pick up an instrument with good technique, thanks to the precious semesters of Speak Music. Each student composed a piece for violin and piano, and will be performing their composition with Miss Danica. First up is Althea, who is 7 years old, and going to perform her composition, Roses Are Growing and Falling. Now, our next performer is also 7 years old today. It's birthday day. Avery paid tribute to some of her favorite pieces in the violin part of her composition, Chord River. Listen closely for Mary Had a Little Lamb and The Nutcracker. Please welcome Avery to the stage. Now, the middles class is level 2 of Speak Music. In this class, the students learn the chromatic scale, which is all of the notes in music. It's a difficult class with challenges in theory and ear training. However, Miss Danica was blown away by the talent of these young men. All of them went above and beyond in their homework, diligence, and memorizing. During class, they studied Bach and learned how to compose a fugue. Now, a fugue is a very tricky composition. It starts with a single motif sounding like a voice, and then the motif is sent to another voice while the first voice continues to sing. Basically, it's like a huge puzzle that fits together to create something called counterpoint. Each student wrote a very unique fugue using different notes, but the same form. First, we'll hear a fugue written by Oliver titled A Walk in the Moonlight. Next, we'll hear a fugue by Bear. Bear is Miss Danica's youngest student, but always surprising with his musical talent and attention to detail. For the second time, he has composed a piece about leaves. Today, you get the privilege of hearing Leaf Floating, a fugue by Bear.
That's a small typo. It's actually leaf floating boots. My bad.
Leaf floating boots? Leaf floating, I got you. Okay, Bear will come on stage now, and he'll perform with his mom, Paige, and they'll be playing, you know this one, Jingle Bells. The emphasis on composition for the master's class was to craft a story for the violin and piano to tell. One of the students who captured this exceptionally well is 5-year-old Roman, who will perform his composition, The Jolly Roger, for you now. Set on the high seas, see if you can hear a familiar pirate theme, and listen for the aftermath of the battle scene at the end.
We're going to restart. Kind of felt like I was on the Pirates of the Caribbean at Disney World there. It was excellent. Now imagine waking up to a list of chores to do. For us adults, that's a daily reality, but for kids, that's a rough start to a day. This is the setting for 9-year-old Penny's composition titled My Chores List. Listen now for the hard work at the beginning, the ticking off of the chores, and followed by a peaceful rest of work well done.
Next up, it's 9-year-old Lucas Costa. He completed the primer class this spring and wrote an excellent rondo, performed now by Miss Danica. And now Lucas will perform for you his performance piece, Ode to Joy.
All right, thank you, Steve, for announcing for us. Thank you all so much. We're going to take a quick intermission. It literally will be 5 minutes, which means we're starting again at 4:30, math, 7. There's bathrooms there, and there's bathrooms in the hall if you need it. Kids, if you are done until Silent Night, you can go and sit with your parents now. All right? All right, thank you so much for your attention and your applause. We'll be back in 5 minutes. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. I truly am really thankful for all of you coming out and supporting these young musicians. As I've gotten to know each of these kids, they hold just a really special place in my heart. All of them are so unique and so special, and it's really happy. It's a really joyful thing for me to get to see them share their music with you. So my middle class is going to perform for you next. This is the second level of Speak Music. And I allowed my middle class to break a rule this semester. One of the rules in Speak Music is you're not allowed to pick up an instrument beside the bells until the third class. The reason for this is partly why I began teaching music in the first place, in this unique way. I've taught private lessons for years, and I noticed that a lot of students will either get really frustrated by technique but enjoy the music, or they'll be really good on the technique and eventually kind of fizzle out because it's just too much for them to do. So I wanted a way to separate music from an instrument so that we could learn music, enjoy composing and exploring music and learning songs, but then when we introduce an instrument, really be able to focus just on technique. So because of that, I have a rule: no instruments. But this class is all boys, and they're very high energy and very intelligent. And they're also really gifted at Takadimi, which is how you read music. So when I was looking at choir pieces for them, I went ahead and let them have this fun, exciting thing. I gave them drums, which I kind of regretted after a couple of classes. No, I'm just kidding. It was great. Some eardrums were broken, but it's fine. But I allowed them to break the rule, get some drums, and they have prepared for you an amazing piece. So here are my little drummer boys playing Little Drummer Boy.
to see. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum. Our finest gifts we bring. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum. To lay before the King. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum. Rum-pa-bum-bum. Rum-pa-bum-bum. So to honor him, pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, when we come. Little baby, pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, I am a poor boy too. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, I have no gift to bring. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, that's fit to give a king. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, rum-pa-bum-bum, rum-pa-bum-bum. Shall I play for you? Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, on my drum. Every night, pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, the oxen left in time. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, I play my drum for him. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, I play my best for him. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, rum-pa-bum-bum, rum-pa-bum-bum. Then he smiled at me. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum, me and my drum. 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 All I can give is me and my drum. All I can give is me and my drum. Me and my drum. It's me and my drum.
Our next performer is 5-year-old Lydia, who loves the color pink and green, just like her mom. She's composed a beautiful piece, Slow Sonata, and will now play it for you with her mom, Miss Danica. Now, Cyrus is 12 years old. He loves to work with wood and has a sensitivity towards music in a very understanding way. He's going to perform his composition, Unforeseen Circumstances. Now, our next performer is 8 years old and loves to play piano. Layla composed a piece of music that, almost like autumn leaves, it just sounds like they're drifting away on the wind. Please welcome Layla to the stage to perform her composition, Flowing Leaves. This next piece is a fugue written by Nathan. Nathan's 10 years old and a man of many talents, including tennis, hockey, and soccer at a pretty high level. He's composed a piece of music that opens up, climaxes, and then resolves. A truly great composer. Please enjoy The Creation. Now, one of the best things about music is that it can be enjoyed by everyone. Different nations, different communities, even different individuals in a family. In Speak Music, we're honored to have so many families who are sharing music together in class and at home. Today, we get to hear from brothers Nathan and Oliver as they play for you Jingle Bells. Now, this next fugue was written by 7-year-old Lucas Vieira. Lucas is a very determined 7-year-old. He loves to play hockey and baseball. He's also a fantastic composer. His fugue is entitled The Surprise Attack of the Meg, and he hopes you'll enjoy it.
I do have to say one thing about this fugue. Lucas, in class, wanted to write something that was too hard for Miss Danica to play, and he very nearly succeeded. So it is a very difficult fugue to play on piano. I'm going to do my best to perform it well for you, Lucas.
That was very mysterious. I want to know what a Meg is, Lucas, and how scary it is, because the music was scary. It was great. Abe is Lucas's big brother. He's a catcher in baseball and enjoys making World War II battle scenes out of Legos. His composition is a quote of a famous piece turned into a fugue. Please enjoy Killer Shark. Wow. We got some killer talent there. Sounded like Jaws. Now, one of the loveliest things, we're going to go from killer sharks to something lovely here. This is one of the loveliest things to see in winter is a bright colored bird against a backdrop of snow. Now, this is the setting for this beautiful composition by 8-year-old Stella. It's titled The Bluebird. Now, our final master's composition is by 8-year-old Piper. Piper is known to labor over her note choices, and this piece was no exception. After many edits, she finally finished this beautiful story of bunny rabbits waking up for a dance in the sky. Please enjoy Bunny Rabbits in the Sky by Piper. Our next performers are brothers Lucas and Abe, who will play for you their own personal rendition of Jingle Bells. Our final performance tonight will include all of the Speak Music classes. Singing is highly emphasized in Speak Music because singing is our most natural instrument that's very connected to our brains in both physical and auditory ways. There's a myth that to sing you must be born with a good voice. However, everyone is able to sing. Speak Music focuses on training the ear and the voice to work together to match pitch. This helps students also match pitch on their instruments when they begin. So from class number 1, students sing every day. Towards the end of the 12 weeks of the semester, students begin working on a choral piece. This teaches many skills, but most importantly, it teaches us to listen to one another, which is one of the best things we can all learn. So without further ado, please enjoy Silent Night, sung by all of Miss Danica's students.
Oh
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, would you please give a great thank you clap to your speak music instructor, Miss Danica Hawkins.
All right, and thank you, Steve, for helping us out with announcements. Students are going to go ahead and be seated. I like to say something about all my students. When I call your name, you can stand up. But first, I just want to say a few thank yous. So I have to start out by thanking my best friend, Jesus, who has blessed me with the best family, best kids, and also with all of you guys. I would not be here if it weren't for his mercies. I also want to thank my husband, Ryan, for being told he must run sound and video and the slides. Go, Ryan. But also thanks to him for the way that he supports my program. He's the best husband ever. I also want to give a big thanks to my parents, Russ and Eileen, who are here, there, and there. They've been really supportive of my program, specifically in taking my lovely Peter during my classes and spoiling him with special dump days with Grandpa. I'm not allowed to know what they do. It's boy business, but something boy. But thank you guys. I also want to thank Evangelical Community Church, who is so gracious to let me use their building. And I want to give a huge, big thanks to all of you parents. 1/3 of the work is done in the classroom, and the rest of the work is done at home. And my moms and my dads and my nannies are incredible, and I just love you guys. You're so supportive and you're so encouraging. You're always there to stand behind the program and to support me. So I really love you guys, and I really feel like I have the best parents. So thank you so much. All right, now for you guys. You ready? Lucas Costa, can you stand up? Lucas, I want to thank you for always being such a respectful student. You can stay standing. Olivia, you can keep standing, Lucas. Olivia, thank you for trying hard things and for listening so carefully in class. Eustace, go ahead. Thank you for never being afraid to answer in class. Eustace always raises his hand. Henri, where are you at? Yeah, stand up. Henri, thank you for your amazing musical ideas. You're going to be a great composer. I know it. You guys are my 3rd primer class that I've had, and I'm so thankful to each of you for your respect, for your attention, for the hard work that you did at home. You guys completed your homework almost every single week, and I'm really proud of you guys. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, you guys can go sit down with your parents. Go ahead. You can go sit down with your mom and dad. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Just the primer class. You have to come back, Bear. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wasn't very clear on that one. Okay, Oliver, where are you at? Stand up, Oliver. Oliver, thank you for being brave and trying new and hard things. Nathan, thank you for being a natural leader. You're going to do great things. Lucas Vieira, where are you? Lucas, thank you for encouraging others in class. Lucas really went out of his way this semester to be an encourager in class. He was always ready to give encouraging things to people or help them when they were struggling, so thank you, Lucas. Abe, where are you? Abe, thanks for sticking with me, even when I throw really hard things your way. I expect a lot of my older students, and you rose to the occasion. And Bear, you can stand up, Bear. Bear, thanks for sharing your music with me and for always giving me your listening ears. I love you guys a lot. You guys are my 2nd middle class, and these boys really helped me to see the potential in students. They worked extra hard. They wrote incredible fugues. I'm so proud of you guys, so let's give them a round of applause. All right, you guys can go sit down. You that were standing can sit down. Middles class, sit down. Bear, you can go sit. Oh, go sit with your mama, Bear. Yeah. Okay, now I have some awards to give out because before me are 9 amazing children who have given me 36 weeks of their time and energy and diligence, and they have become my first 9 masters of music. In order to become a master of music, these students had to complete all 3 levels of Speak Music. They had to be able to recognize songs from 9 different composers and be able to tell me about each of those composers. They had to pass their theory test, which covers beginner and intermediate theory. and they had to compose 3 works in concert musical forms. These students have done all that and more, and I am so incredibly proud of you all and excited for the next stage of music. So, what is the next stage of music for you guys? Well, starting in the spring, these kids get to take any instrument that is offered with private lessons and be part of my master class, which will meet once a week. And in that master class, they're going to continue composing, working on advanced theory, advanced ear training, and compositions. And I just want to pause and let you know how amazing this is, because for those of you that aren't musicians, that just sounds like mumbo jumbo. But to put it in perspective, I went to school for music. I went to a very prestigious music school. And you don't start learning the ear training and the theory that these kids are going to start learning until you're a junior in school. So they're really intelligent kids, and it's not just that you're intelligent, it's also that you've put in really hard work. So I'm really proud of you guys, and I have some awards for you. So, yeah, there you go. Where's Lucas? Lucas, are you going to come help give out awards? Did he leave? Oh, there he is. All right. When I call your name, you guys can come up here and accept your awards. We'll start with all right, Althea Green, come on up here. We can give her a round of applause. I'm going to put that on here. Althea, for completing the Speak Music program, passing your master's test, you are now, you can give that to her, a Master of Music. Good job. You can come. All right, Penelope Green. Penelope completed the Speak Music program and passed her master's test, but she passed her master's test with honors, which means she didn't miss a single question on her master's test. So she's receiving both her Master of Music award and her Honor Student award. Here you go, Penny. I'll put it on her. You want to give her that? Good job. You can put. All right, Cyrus Green for completing Speak Music. We can clap for you, I'm sorry. Cyrus completed the program, passed the test, and he also is graduating with honors for getting a perfect score on his theory test. Okay, Roman Pichetti. Get on up here, Roman. Roman completed his Speak Music course and passed his master test. So you, Roman, are now a Master of Music. Next, we have his big sister, Stella Pichetti. Come on up, Stella. For completing Speak Music and becoming a Master of Music, and completing your test, you're a Master of Music. Good job, Stella. You got him? All right, Avery Mueller. Avery completed her Speak Music program, passed her test, and as one of my honor students, she got a perfect score on her theory test. Good job, Avery. And her big sister, Layla Mueller, come on up. Layla graduated Speak Music, passed her test, and also was another honor student. She got a perfect score on her theory test. All right, Lydia Hawkins. Liddy completed, you can clap for her, go ahead. Yay, Liddy. Here you go, Liddy. Liddy completed Speak Music, passed her test, and she also is an honor student. She got a perfect score on her theory test. Good job, Liddy. And her big sister, Piper. Come on up. Piper. Dad's jumping for you. Piper completed her program, passed her test, and she also was an honor student and got a perfect score on her theory test. Thank you, guys. All right, I'm really proud of you guys, and I'm so excited to see what you do with some more instruments and some more theory. Let's give them one more clap. You guys can go. So one more time, just thank you so much for coming tonight. It's so great to see smiling faces and to see students really enjoy performing. So I appreciate you all. If you go out these doors into the fellowship hall, there are some snacks and hopefully some pizza has arrived, some drinks, some hot chocolate. So I'd love for you to come and say something encouraging to these kids. Some feedback on their compositions is always great. So thank you so much. I love you all.